Today is one of those days I just shake my head at the public money. Hey everyone, it's Phi Farley. It's July 20th. It's Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. We have got a big, great slate of games today to get to. I'm excited to get to these. I'm going to have 3 picks for you, so I got to jump right into it. First, let me say thanks to the subscribers. I appreciate it. Second, let me say yesterday's game was the Cubs run line. We only had one game to go with. It seemed like the best play on the board. I'm not going to toot my horn and say I knew exactly how it was going to play out. Even though I did my research and that seemed to be the best way to go. So we got a win yesterday with that one. And okay, moving on to today. All right, let me start with let me go with one of my favorite plays, which is going to be Colorado going to Arizona. All right, so overall this year, Arizona has the series up on Colorado. Not to say that they're any better or worse. Colorado is one of the hottest teams in baseball right now, aside from the Boston Red Sox. We're getting a lot of money coming in on Arizona, which I don't quite understand. If they were to look a little further into Robbie Ray and Marquez, you would see that Robbie Ray is absolutely awful at home, has been for a long time. That's always been the case at Chase Field. Meanwhile, Marquez is done great away from Coors Field. So, and especially as of late. So let's look into Robbie Ray, for example. This year it's even more than the last 3 or 4 years. But let's just take a look at this year. 4 starts, 7.97 ERA. Almost 8-point ERA at home. On the road, a 2.89 ERA. Opponents hitting 198 on the road, 301 at home. Now, if you think that's a small sample size, because it is, let's look at the last 3 years. Going over the last 3 years, 4.78 versus a 3.01 ERA on the road. So we have 1 3/4 runs more given up at home than on the road. His record is better on the road. His win-loss record. Opponent's batting average, 268 at home. 268, it's 50 points better on the road than it is on the road. 268 at home, 216 on the road. Robbie Ray has had a long history of pitching better on the road than he does at home. That is easily pulled up and documented. Now we go over to Marquez. So Marquez is almost the flip opposite. 7.31 ERA at home. Now we're talking about Coors Field. So that's somewhat understandable. 7.31 ERA at home, 2.62 ERA on the road. 5-3 on the road, a 198 batting average on the road, 330 at home. Completely night and day. At Chase Field, he has one outing this year, went 5 innings, 4 hits, 0 earned runs, 222 batting average by the Arizona Diamondbacks. Marquez has been pitching very well as of late, 3.47 ERA over his last 30 days, 3-1 record in 4 starts, decision in each one of them, opponents hitting 231. I'm going to back Marquez today. He's at a plus 135 dog. The other last factor I want to point out is Colorado, number 1 hitting team in baseball for the month of July. In 13 games, they put in 79 runs, hitting 303. We drop down to Arizona, 14 games, only 60 runs, hitting 246. So Colorado, yes, has the benefits of hitting in Coors Field, of which they have in the month of July. They have no problem going on the road. If you were to say, yeah, but Arizona's at home. Arizona plays a lot better at home. Home record 26-23. Rockies road record 28-22. So they have the edge there as well. Better pitcher on the road against a worse pitcher at home. The team's hotter are the Rockies, and they're going on the road, which they have no problem doing. So give me the Rockies at a plus 135. All right. Moving on. Second game I have is Atlanta Braves going to Washington Nationals. So here we got some sharp money coming in on Anibal Sanchez, and for good reason. Anibal Sanchez, crafty veteran, 12 years in the league. Just look at his last 10 days. The Braves have won 7 of their last 10 games with him on the mound. The only ones they've lost, there's been 3 losses by a total of 4 runs. So they've been in every single game. Those losses, again, 2 by 1 run and 1 by just 2 runs in each one of those. But look at the teams he's beat on the road. Milwaukee, the Yankees, at New York. Again, these are all on the road. The Dodgers and the Cubs. He's also beat the Nationals, who they're playing today, at home. He's not afraid of the big spot. He's not afraid going against the big teams. Dodgers put out more home runs than anyone in the month of June. He went 5 1/3, gave up only 3 hits and 2 runs. The Cubs are now one of the hottest teams in baseball. 6 innings, 3 hits, 0 runs. Milwaukee, one of the toughest teams to play on the road. 6 2/3, only 2 hits, 1 run. I have no problem backing Anibal Sanchez on the road today, going into Washington, going against Strasburg, who's been a lot of hit and miss. Also coming off the DL, hasn't pitched since June 8th from shoulder inflammation. So not something that you want to back and support. So I will be fading Strasburg today, backing the Atlanta Braves, going to Washington Nationals. Nationals 22-24 at home. They're only a 500 team. They've really struggled. They got some problems they got to fix if they want to try and make a second half run at the playoffs. Braves 27-22 on the road. I will be backing that, and we got it at a plus 150. So taking. And I want to point out one other thing. We're seeing a lot of sharp money, as I mentioned. 53% of the public money is on the Nationals. 73% of the money, of the cash, is on the Atlanta Braves. So we're seeing bigger money, sharper money coming in on the Atlanta Braves. I'm going to be on the Braves side. The move is affected slightly. It's moved down towards the Braves already. All right, last game I have is an over-under, a total here. San Diego Padres. We got Richard on the mound going against Arrieta. Arrieta has been outstanding against the Padres, or you could say the Padres have been awful against Arrieta. A .092 career batting average for the Padres against Arrieta. But I will say Richard's also done well in Philadelphia. He has Phillies are hitting 200 as a team against him. He has 2 starts in Philly, of which he's gone 14 innings and only 2 runs given up. So all in all, we opened up at an 8.5 total on the over, dropped down to 8. I'm taking the under 8 at this point. Backing, I'm pulling up the history here in Philly. I want to make sure I had those numbers right. It is, it's 11 innings. There it is. Okay, 11 innings, 2 runs. Phillies hitting 214 and 1.64 ERA in Philadelphia. We have 2 great pitchers with great histories against the opposite teams going at it today. Give me the under. I'll take under 8. Oh, so there you go. I got Atlanta Braves, got the Colorado Rockies, both as underdogs, big dogs, and then taking San Diego Philly under. Oh, the last thing about that game, those 2 teams' batting averages in the month of July is Philadelphia's number 26 in all of baseball at 231, and San Diego's 29th in baseball at 225. Both at the very bottom of the whole major. So, again, give me the under on that one. Good luck, everybody. I'll see you again soon.